Hi, my name's James Keele, and we're going to take a look at this week's enterprise tech funding. Only 3 companies this week, so it was a little bit quieter, but nonetheless, there's still some cool tech. And because it was a little bit quieter, we'll get to have a look at some companies that are a little bit earlier on in their life cycle. We've got data security, risk security, and a little AI startup focusing on CX. This one will be quick, so hang around for 5 minutes and I'll keep it punchy. First one this week is a company called ALTR, or ALTR, which has raised $25 million in a funding round. ALTR's value prop is that they bring data teams and security teams closer together with a platform. This allows both to have visibility, governance, and security on the life cycle of data, whether it's from the source all the way through to the cloud. Now, the positioning focuses on bringing the Chief Data Officer and the CISO closer together. Now, this is a relationship that often has a little bit of friction involved with it. Now, I don't think I need to talk about how important data protection is in business. However, it is one of the trickier things to get a grasp on. Really understanding where your data is, who's using it, how it's getting shared, the visibility of that, the governance. In large organizations, this is often a very tricky and quite a complex task. Now, ALTR really focuses on the speed and agility of their platform and how quick it is to get going and starting to get that risk management happening. Now, there's a strong ecosystem approach here from ALTR with Snowflake, and you can actually get started for free to get some sort of basic insights and capabilities from this product, which is a really nice incentive. Now, looking at the pricing, as I said, there's a free tier that you can get basically started straight away on. The enterprise version starts at $15 per protected data user per month. However, I don't actually know what a protected data user is. So if there's someone that knows or can provide that feedback, please leave it in the comments. I'd be keen to understand what a protected data user is or the definition of that. Anyway, cool company, nice round for them. We'll keep an eye on this one in the future. Next up is Vulcan Security, who raised $55 million in a Series B for their risk management platform. Founded in 2018, Vulcan is jumping on that bandwagon of sort of software development and software deployment risk around the code and infrastructure around that. And they really look at the entire stack. So from cloud to code, everything in between, and identifying the potential risks around those. Now, the website's opening sentence is a little broad and not exactly what they do, but hey, it sounds good. Nice little Forrester wave here, and Vulcan seem to be, going pretty good with that recognition. Now, I must say I do like the value prop as I go through this in a little more detail. Lots of out-of-the-box integrations, a number of modules that are easy to understand how that sort of fits together, sort of takes that broad view of the initial positioning and starts to break it down. Easy to grasp. And then it also talks to the different user types and around the ones that are affected in the business, the ones that will take use of this platform. So the value prop focuses on 3 key differentiators. The first is the platform consolidates through integrations, all your different security data and the platforms around that, and gives a holistic risk perspective. The second part is around being able to build and customize remediation workflows. So you can actually go in there and tinker and do the sort of custom ways that your organization needs according to your own sort of risk profiles and things like that. The third component is around, engaging with that C-level and the governance and the communications around that. So making sure they're aware of where the business stands from a risk profile perspective. Now, moving on to pricing. Importantly, again, you can get started for free with this one. Get a quick taste of that sweet, sweet nectar, and soon you'll be signing up for the enterprise version, I'm sure. $55 million Series B from Vulcan Security. It's a good round, huge amount of integrations, which I love to see from a mature platform, and I'm sure this has got a really strong future ahead of it. Last one today is a company called Sienna AI, and they've received a blossoming $4.7 million to really get their CX AI assistant off the ground and running. I mean, they've got customers already, but this is sort of that early stage for a company. And it's quite a cool value prop. So the first thing you'll notice about this customer experience assistant is It's all around empathy, empathy, empathy. And you know what? I kind of like it like that because, you know, a lot of the AI at the moment seems a little bit blunt. Some would say robotic. So this is nice to have more of this human feel and touch to it. So Sienna are really focusing on the customer experience side of e-commerce specifically. Very specific industry and definitely not a niche industry though. And that's what investors like. Be specific, but in a big market, and then go and nail the product, right? Very simple to understand what they do and deliver. And you can see here a nice little screenshot just to reinforce the empathy and conversational tone of the AI assistant. Now, this is fantastic to see, showing some statistics. So if you're a business owner or head up an e-commerce function in an enterprise, you're putting these numbers straight against the costs of like customer service agents and the whole business function. And you're doing some initial sort of back to the napkin kind of calculations around how much it's going to save you, what the potential is in the business, putting a business case together really as you're sort of witnessing this value proposition. And also, look, they promise 100% customer happiness. So how good's that? What's not to like? So they talk about a one-click integration with your help desk, get up and running super quick, which sounds encouraging. I'd be very keen to understand how that works though. Like, does it slurp in all the conversations, products, and knowledge of the business? How does those integrations work, and what knowledge does it need access to? And really, where does it get that data from? You know, there's no documentation to help me get the answers to that. Anyway, publicly facing documentation for now. Remember, this is 4.7 million funding. It's super early days for these guys. The future looks bright though. No pricing either, so can't comment on that. But cool company, and we'll be keeping an eye on this one. Anyway, that's it this week. Only 3 companies. Not a huge busy week. I'm not sure if that's because of the time of year. I think it's Thanksgiving this week in the US. So probably everyone's on holidays or getting prepped for it and keeping things a little bit quieter. Now, I'm traveling for the next few weeks, so I might not be able to get an update to you. But when I get back, I am sure to give a roundup of everything that we've missed out on. So make sure you follow, subscribe, or whatever it is on the platform, and you'll be sure to get these updates. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.